Let me show you how I turned all of this into this final polished video and got this reaction.
I feel like this deserves a video recording. It's so sick, man. Like, honestly, I think yeah, it's definitely my favorite video.
Meet Josh. Now, Josh runs an ag tech company in Australia, and we've been growing his personal brand for the last few months alongside his business. Every Monday, we jump on a call and we plan the videos for the week ahead. Now, cycling is a massive part of Josh's life and a massive part of his content online for his personal brands. And there was a huge race happening in Sydney last week, so we were planning to do a video around it. Now, our goal with Josh's content has always been clear. We want to keep it zippy, tell a story, and show Josh's life as it really is. Casey Neistat, but in 120 seconds. So I'm going to show you how we went from initially speaking about that as an idea to then going, planning it, shooting it, editing it, and finally posting it. Step 1, pre-production. Now, inside our internal project management system, we'll write out a pre-production template before any of our clients go and film the video. Now, the reason this is important is not every client will follow this exactly as we've written it, but it's important for just providing that base level structure so that when you're out on the move filming a video, you can just quickly check your phone, check the structure. Okay, yeah, I need to capture this, I need to say this. Step 2, filming. So after we had gone through the entire pre-production plan, Josh then went and competed in the race and filmed the entire video. We had a few back and forth on WhatsApp, and then essentially Josh uploaded all of the footage onto Frame so that we had it on our end and we could get working on the video. So his job was essentially done until we had a draft to show him. Step 3. Now it was just a small matter of actually editing the video. Now with this one in particular, we received back an incredible amount of footage, and this is where some people can maybe get overwhelmed and mess up the video. But the one thing to remember, and is always at the forefront of my mind when going into a project like this or just any video in general, is the story must always come first. So let me show you my process with navigating that. So before you step into the edit, you need to have an idea in your head of what the story is going to look like. So yeah, you should never be married to your bias. So although we have structure in our minds, you always need to go into it with flexibility and let the footage that you have in front of you craft the final story. First, I import everything into Premiere Pro, and then I create a sequence which I call the full cut down. Now I have 2 sequences on my timeline, full cut down and refined timeline, which I'll get into. But the first is just, you're essentially doing a light cut down where you're getting rid of dead footage and getting to grips with the story. Essentially at this point, I'm seeing what has happened and how we can craft all of that footage into 90 seconds that somebody will actually care about. I have a color coding system, and there are 6 different parts to this. So I have IRL clips, which is essentially just Josh speaking to camera. So I am as blue. I'll then have some transition shots, which are green. B-roll is mango, intro clips lavender, music brown. Finally, we have pink clips, which are ones which we must keep in the video. They are things which I have identified as I've gone through the footage that I think have real value, and they must be in the final cut. So once that's done, I'll have a much clearer vision in my mind of what that final video will look like. So at this point, I'll begin to take some notes before I head into the refined cut. So I essentially copy and paste that full cut down onto a new sequence, refined cut, and this is where you go aggressive. Cut, 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 cut. You start to find the pacing of the video, break it into segments that highlight different themes, emotions, shape the story properly. So basically, you have your 2 sequences, and the full cut down, that acts as your insurance policy, because as you go through the refined cut, since you're going so aggressive, you obviously do run the risk of cutting too much, that's where the full cut down comes in, because you can go back and retrieve that footage. So once that is done and I'm happy with where the refined timeline is at, and obviously this is a very stripped back explanation of that process, it's at this point where I'll have marked out the gaps in the story where I need a voiceover. So I'll script them up myself and then send them to the client to record for me. And when I send them to the client, I'll send out the written version, but then I'll also run it myself on a voiceover so that I can deliver it in the tone which I'd ideally like them to film it for me in.
So basically the first voiceover is, and if you do know me, that means you've probably...
This really helps because typically most of the people I work with are extremely busy people. They're running their business, and the reason they work with me is so that they can build their personal brand, but to the point where it doesn't, derail their day or derail their operations within their business. So I make this as easy as possible for them so they can just sit down for 2 minutes, record it, and send it over to me. Essentially, once I get that, it's just a matter of dragging and dropping that into the timeline and then just tidying it all together, cleaning it up, balancing the whole video, sending it over to the client and getting their reaction. He was really happy with it, and then bish bash bosh, here is the final video.
For anyone who knows me, there's one thing that takes up a lot of time in my life. And recently, I've been working on getting bike fit again for the race season. And well, funny thing is, time has gone and done its thing, and it's race day. Race week number 2, however, because... I actually tried to film Heffron last week, but my battery ran dead when I got to the track, so I'm bringing you along to week 2. Now, this is my good friend Rich. We're going to ride together as a team, with the goal being Rich coming first in B grade. And if none of that made sense, here's how it works. There's 3 grades, A, B, and C. It's a handicap race, meaning that the B grade are chasing C grade, and A grade is chasing B grade. Whoever crosses the line first wins. Easy, right? Essential care package collected, a quick warm-up completed, and it was time to race.
Round 2 of Tuesday Night Heffron. 3, 2, 1, off we go.
If there's one thing you can take from this race, it's that you gotta...
Hold the wheel! Hold the wheel! Hold the wheel! Come on guys, you gotta hold the wheel.
I don't know how you like to spend your Tuesday evenings, but for me, I like a super chilled, peaceful night with friends.
Come on guys, roll through! Come on, roll through! Let him past you! Dude, you're on the wrong side. Hey, hold the line, mate, hold the line.
Now, we're also nice to each other too.
You got it, man. Go, go, go. Come on, Greg, you can do it!
Just as the race is starting to get serious in the final few laps, I'm riding on the front, about to catch C grade.
Coming through!
And then... my battery dies.
Camera died on my Insta360 on the second last lap.
So, I guess I could say I won. I didn't.